to make sure that any money that is allocated to county governments, that is released to them, there are guidelines, there are things they can do and things they cannot do. This is not control, this is not interfering with the county governments, but Mr. Speaker, unless there are safeguards, unless there are regulations, unless there are structures, all these governors will fleece this country. Devolution, Mr. Speaker, sir, is very expensive, but it is very effective where there is no corruption. Mr. Speaker, today as we speak, I've known of 3 governors, and I will not name them for obvious reasons. When we were campaigning for them, they could not even afford vehicles. We were paying for the choppers for them. Today they own big houses. What did they do in 3 years to own this money? And this story is replicated in every county. The governors have become very rich overnight, and are merging the Ethics and the Corruption Commission and all the other agencies that investigate corruption to check the counties, because that is where corruption is. We are blaming the national government, but corruption is so much entrenched in the county governments. Mr. Speaker, with those few remarks, I support that we boycott the Meru thing.
Now, honorable members, I appreciate that this may not have been on the other paper, but it's a matter of great moments. Yes, and therefore, whereas it's not possible for all of you, because unfortunately, 81 of you, 82 now, have indicated a desire to contribute. Unless, and of course, even as we contribute, honorable members, it is not lost on us that Article 96, Clause 3 of the Constitution provides that the Senate determines the allocation of resources, revenue, national revenue, to the counties, and exercises oversight of a national revenue allocated to the counties, what you call the horizontal allocation through the county allocation of revenue bill. So if they exercise oversight of a national revenue allocated to the counties, it therefore means that in as much as this House also exercises oversight over all state organs, we would be, unless you devise a mechanism, we will find ourselves doing the same job that perhaps others are doing, unless we are sure that nobody is doing what you may want to do. No, not anger, please. If we just want to vent. Honorable Ishungwa, 2 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And I must begin by thanking you for your wisdom in not allowing ourselves to attend that conference, Mr. Speaker, sir. Because that conference, Mr. Speaker, sir, is nothing but a conference to go and massage the egos of these governors who are not giving any value to the people of Kenya. Mr. Speaker, during the State of the Nation address right here in this House, the President did pose a question whether Kenyans can see true value in the 1 trillion shillings that has been devolved to the county governments. And Mr. Speaker, it's quite clear that all this money that has gone to the county governments, Mr. Speaker, has not gone to good use. 280 million shillings, Mr. Speaker, sir, going to pay lawyers, and it's high-flying lawyers in this country. I've just seen from the audited accounts that are to be tabled here, 150 million shillings, Mr. Speaker, sir, has gone into partitioning those offices at Delta Plaza in Westlands. And yet this House appropriates money to be given to the people of this country in Mashinani, in our villages, Mr. Speaker. And these governors are sending back these millions back to Westlands in Nairobi, Mr. Speaker, while children in Kiambu District Hospital, Mr. Speaker, sir, not just medicine. Last week, hours after His Excellency the President left Kiambu District Hospital, Mr. Speaker, 2 children died in Kiambu District Hospital because there was no gas, there was no oxygen. And a cylinder of oxygen, Mr. Speaker, sir, is less than 50,000 shillings. Yet we find the governor of Kiambu paying tens of millions of shillings to massage the egos of people in Delta Plaza in Westlands, Mr. Speaker, sir. I think, Mr. Speaker, sir, you asked for the way forward, and the way forward, Mr. Speaker, sir, is one, to ask the Senate, instead of seeking for relevance in cheap fights with this National Assembly, to exercise their oversight mandate over the county government, and also further empower the county assemblies to ensure that each of these individual governors are surcharged for the monies that they have given to Delta Plaza. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
No. Honorable members, the issue we are discussing is one about